Hey there YouTube, how's it going? Wrestling Optimus here. I'm hanging out with the Dragon here in the garage pool where the only rule is beach vibes only. Yep, this is the actual garage pool where we watch AEW every single week and we react to it. As always, if you're new here, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And without any further ado, we're going to get into what we always do before we start our Dark Reactions, and that is open up an action figure, and, because I don't drink, tell you that tonight I am sipping on some berry lemonade soda by Jones Soda Company. Anyway, it's time to, as Matt Cardona would say, let it breathe. Alright, so here it is. This is an Elite Series Tucker from Heavy Machinery. It's pretty good, I would say, but first thing I'm noticing, that face. Let me see if I can get up to the camera here. That face is not good. No. Funny story is I actually ordered an Otis, and this is what I got. So, oh well. Have to keep looking for that Otis. In the meantime, the rest of it's pretty decent. Definitely looks like his body shape, and the tattoos are pretty good. We just got a plain background again, no special background. But it does come with his awesome denim jacket here. And that's got solid blue collar and, of course, his name, Tucker, on it. And I forget the joke about this, but here's the YOLO County Tag Team Championships. I think both of these figures come with these. They were, I believe, cardboard championships that these guys had. And, of course, got a whole bunch of extra hands. So I moved on to the standing up test, and his ankles are a little bit loose, which means he does kind of wobble, but thanks to those elite articulations there, you can get him to stand up pretty well. However, overall, given the poor quality of the face and a little bit wobbly on the standing up, I'd have to say this is probably the worst figure I've opened up here on my reactions videos. Still good, don't get me wrong, but yeah, not as good as a lot of the other ones, including some basics that I've opened up here on my Dark Reactions. Anyway, with that all out of the way, let's get over to the actual wrestling with AEW Dark. Alright, we got Veda, Scott, Taz, and Excalibur on commentary, and Taz has already given Veda a hard time. But moving into the action, straight out of yo mama's kitchen, we got Red Velvet. And she's taken on, accompanied by Dustin Rhodes and Lil Bran, it's Brandy Rhodes. I actually still haven't been able to find any of the AEW Unrivaled figures, but from what I'm to understand, even if you have found them, the Brandy is supposed to be the really rare, hard-to-find one, so. They just pointed out on commentary, Brandy came out of the heel entrance, while Dustin came out of the babyface entrance per usual. So, maybe that is a sign that she's turning. There's the Red Velvet split in the corner, choking Brandy out. Oh, the shot of Brandy boot to the face. That's a good one. Brandy getting aggressive and talking trash, definitely turning heel. Uh-oh, here comes Anna Jay out to the stage, and she's distracting Brandy. Better watch out, Red Velvet gonna take advantage. Oh, kick to the gut. The DDT, but she's not making the cut. Oh, Brandy hits a spear, but Anna Jay is not impressed. So she puts on the choke, ref holds up the arm, and yep, Red Velvet's out. Your winner, Brandy Rhodes. Got a couple of debuts here. Daniel Garcia and Kevin Blackwood. They definitely got an interesting look. The one guy's got blue hair just like me. And they're going to be taking on the Butcher and the Blade, who are apparently getting accompanied to the ring by Eddie Kingston. Oh, Butcher and Blade jump him right at the bell. Butcher hasn't even taken his jacket off yet. There you go. Apparently Blackwood is the one with the blue hair. Interesting. Butcher and Blade hit their tag team finisher. I think Excalibur called it the full death. Either way, they win, as you probably would have predicted. Alright, up next in women's action, we got Danny Jordan, the mean girl, with her burn book, and she's going to be taking on Penelope Ford, the super bad girl, who is going to be accompanied by Kip Sabian. And it looks like they've officially dropped their excessive PDA gimmick. They're just going to do a little smooch in the ring, and that's all. And yes, if you haven't seen my review of AEW Dynamite from this past week, where I freak out about Miro being their best man, I recommend you go watch that. Veda on commentary makes the uncomfortable remark that she just tends to avoid all comments on YouTube as a woman in wrestling. She's not wrong. Excalibur just said, "You'll know if your comment is misogynistic because you'll get an email from HR. Considering you spent a month off commentary for your actions in that realm, perhaps you should keep those type of comments to yourself, Excalibur." Aw man, Kip just showed Penelope her page in the burn book, and she's feeding it to Danny Jordan. Ref Aubrey determines that the burn book is a foreign object and throws it out. Penelope gets a double drop kick off the top rope and then finishes it up with a fisherman's suplex to get the win. And they're making out. Alright, we got another debut here. Megabyte Ronnie. If you watch Being the Elite, he played a cake delivery man, and he ate 2 lemon glazed cakes in like 1 minute. Oh, apparently they're saying he is a competitive eater. There you go. But he's about to get eaten alive by the FTW champion, Brian Cage. They're correcting Justin Roberts because he did not announce Brian Cage as the FTW champion. Also, it turns out Ricky Starks is joining us on commentary. Okay, interesting backstory on Megabyte Ronnie here. Veda's telling us that he was in the army, and he took on a kind of YOLO philosophy and decided that he was gonna make the most of his life, and that's why he became a competitive eater and a pro wrestler. You do you, Megabyte. Alright, he's definitely gonna lose this match, but that was a really awesome powerbomb he just did to Cage. Okay, why did he just pull a hot dog out of a fanny pack? And he took a bite while delivering a people's elbow. Wow. That's something else. But as you would expect, Brian Cage is a big old driver, and he gets the victory. Taz and Ricky Starks go nuts on commentary. Oh, and we get a shot of the hot dog just lying in the ring, all lonely. Alright, we're rolling along with this hour-and-a-half long episode of Dark. Next, who the fuck is Griff Garrison? Teams up with Brian Pillman Jr., and they're going to be taking on Santana and Ortiz of the Inner Circle. Griff Garrison's really getting worked over here by Proud and Powerful. There you go, Brian Pillman with the hot tag. Took out Santana, but he's having a lot more trouble with Ortiz. And he gets powerbombed. Spoke too soon. The double team gets Proud and Powerful the win. Right, next up, Jesse Sorensen, who I think we've seen a couple of times here on Dark. Yeah, it looks like his record's 0-2. And he's going to be taking on Big Will Hobbs, who's been getting a little bit of a push lately. Oh, big spine buster by Big Will Hobbs. Now he's picking him up. Running. Power slam into the turnbuckle. And now a regular running power slam. 1, 2, 3. Quick match. Will Hobbs gets the victory. Up next, we are getting women's tag team action. Skylar Moore and Rache Chanel are going to be taking on the team that we got out of the women's tag team tournament in Ivelisse and Diamante. I really like that Diamante and Ivelisse wear their medals for winning that tournament out to the ring because, I mean, if you win something, you should be proud of it. You know, what happened to Braun Strowman's championship belt from the Greatest Royal Rumble? Or, I think it was AJ Styles' big mountain trophy he won in Saudi Arabia. Like, you should carry these things around. What about everybody who's ever won the Andre the Giant trophy? Like, that should be at ringside for all your matches. No, these guys are doing it right. Diamante and Ivelisse are really working together well here. I mean, I know they won a tag team tournament, but they're using all this sort of normal tag team psychology that you would see out of a team like the Revival. Like, they're that together. They knock Rache Chanel out of the ring, and then kick Skylar Moore in the face. Roll her up, get the pin. Your winners, of course, Ivelisse and Diamante. Oh, and I guess we're getting Ivelisse versus Thunder Rosa tomorrow on Dynamite. Alright, here we go. It's Boom Boom Colt Cabana being accompanied by Evil Uno. I guess he's still in the doghouse with Mr. Brody Lee, so... Oh, no, here they come. The rest of Dark Order to support him from the stage. And since they're feuding with the Nightmare family, he's going to be taking on QT Marshall, who's accompanied by Allie. Okay. Colt is going to get some advice from Evil Uno before the match. And it looks like Dark Order is going to stay out here and be intimidating for the whole thing. QT gets thrown out of the ring, and Allie gets right in his face, screaming at him to get back into the fight. Okay, and here comes Stu Grayson to yell at Colt Cabana in a similar way to what Allie just did. 5 and 10 with the distraction, and Colt Cabana takes advantage. I just realized that this is essentially the embodiment of New York versus Chicago. Oh man, Evil Uno distracts the ref, and Stu Grayson with essentially a shining wizard on QT Marshall. Cabana with the clothesline, and he gets the win, but with Dark Order's help. Oh boy, here it is. The big blow-off. If you have been watching Dark from the beginning like I have, this is what we've all been waiting for. The two winless wonders, Peter Avalon, the librarian, and Brandon Cutler, are finally taking each other on. Someone has to get the win. And Brandon Cutler's got a full dragon mask on. Another thing from being the Elite, if you're watching that, is that the Young Bucks are in the crowd to support Brandon Cutler. According to commentary, they are a combined 0-31 in AEW. Brandon Cutler dives to the outside, and Leva Bates is kind of supporting both of them. I think she's torn in who she actually wants to support. Oh, speaking of which, she just went to check on Brandon Cutler. Ooh! And Peter Avalon shoved her aside. Oh! Peter Avalon just stole the book out of Leva Bates' hands. Looked like he was about to go try and use it in the ring, but she scolds him. It distracts Avalon. Oh, I thought Cutler might got the win there. Ooh, Peter Avalon with a Tiger Driver, but it also only gets a 2 count. And there's a split leg moonsault. Like, geez, if these guys fought like this in any of their other 31 matches, maybe they'd already have a win. The springboard elbow. Oh, they both spill to the floor. Leva can't decide who she's gonna go comfort, and meanwhile the ref is counting them both out. I thought they were gonna do that. I really... Double count out? Double count out. You go with a double count out. They both held each other down. Neither could get back in the ring. And they both walk off without poor Leva Bates. That was sad. Right, next up we get the debut of Max Stardom and Dante Smiley, who are going to be taking on Best Friends in hopefully a quick squash match, because, yeah, I don't like these two. Apparently all the scruffy people on Long Island drive minivans just like Trent's mom. Oh! Trent with a big spear to Max, whatever his name is, on the outside. 2 pile drivers in a row on this Smiley guy, and your winners are Best Friends. And this definitely isn't WWE. This is gonna be an interesting main event. It's an 8-man tag match. I think we got 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the Dark Order, although the rest of them are coming out with them. And they're taking on Private Party and the Gun Club. Okay, I don't know who this third guy is that came out with Gun Club. I guess it's Billy's other kid. Babyfaces did a good job of isolating Alex Reynolds for pretty much the entire first part of this match. Gun Club is mocking the Dark Order pose. Billy with the big ol' hot tag. Slamming everybody in Dark Order all over the ring. There goes Evil Uno. And he slams down Stu Grayson. Ooh, Billy with a suck it. Now Private Party's running wild. Hitting everybody. Oh, but now John Silver with kick, and a big brain buster. And there's the Famouser by Billy. Man, I missed that. Evil Uno and Stu Grayson, though, nail the fatality, and Dark Order is your winners. Appropriate, since this is AEW Dark. Right, that's going to do it for another AEW Dark Reactions. I hope you guys had a good time hanging out with me. If you did, make sure to do all that normal YouTube stuff. Like, share, subscribe, spread the word about this channel. You can talk to me over on Twitter at PSU Optimus, or come see all my best figure photography on Instagram at Wrestling Optimus. Be sure to check back tomorrow for my action figure review of AEW Dynamite. But until then, I'll catch you later. So will the dragon.